I'm Dr. Numanyas. A very good evening. Today I'm bringing something very special for you and rare as well. There have been many people, those who follow me on social media, requesting me to actually bring to the fore my collection, which I host in my residence. Important and integral is to know that I was barely an 8-year-old when my late maternal uncle, who had played first-class cricket in pre-partition India and even in the independent Pakistan, who gifted me 2 books. One was Imperial Cricket by Sir Pelham Warner, 1912. That was a regular edition, but hardbound and very well kept, which I possess today, even today. And as well as there was Shri Kumar Ranjit Singh Ji autobiography, Jubilee Book of Cricket, first printed in 1897. I was naive, but I was fascinated, and thus began a journey which has continued for the last 48 years. At 56, I may well be able to say that now I am a hardcore collector. Initially, it was an admix of being a hoarder and a collector or who possessed having things. It's not only about hoarding things, it's not only about collecting things or feeling fascinated. The real essence is about the connect. It connects you. It's like a time machine. It connects you with the generations gone by. I'm more interested in Edwardian age. I'm more interested in the articles and the items and the memorabilia which existed before I was born. But of course, it's a multidimensional collection, and it's not like purely restricted to books alone. Let me reveal that I have 19,000 first editions and books, majority of them hand-signed, as old as 1495. Then there are sets of Ariel and William Durand, the great books, William Makepeace Thackeray, Balzac, P.G. Wodehouse, A.G. Wells, and then literature, George Bernard Shaw, Ian Fleming. I have the first editions, some of them signed by Ian Fleming. And then, of course, 8,500 Padwick listed books on cricket, as old as 1811. So, now this gives me a kick. This gives me a reason to live. This is like I possess, and I feel that it reflects my inner soul. Now, if you could see on my left, there is a basketball, a Spalding basketball. That's an NBA match-played basketball signed by Magic Johnson and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. So my collection is diverse. You will find cricket balls, stumps, wickets, original match-played bats, signed and autographed bats, and boxing, Muhammad Ali's and Joe Frazier's and Ken Norton's. And of course, Mike Tyson's more recently. There are shots, and then the Fathom Punch signed by Muhammad Ali. The tennis original Wimbledon match-played ball signed by Rod Laver and Bjorn Borg, one of my favorite post-open-era tennis players. Then, of course, Johnny McEnroe and Andre Agassi, followed by the 3 legendary Novak Djokovic and Roger Federer and Rafael Nadal. So you will find very many things here, the football shirts. Let me tell you that when I was growing up, the fan shirts signed by Cafu or Roberto Carlos was just unimaginable to acquire. And then as I grew into collection and I grew into stature and I had a better social presence, I started to buy and acquire the match-played, match-worn April of these legends. So that's how we are going to start, and I'm going to take you around, and I hope it will give you a kick and you'll enjoy. So you may well see loads of clutter like on my table. It's not clutter, it's pure gold. I cherish it every bit. Look at this. Now this is something very rare and exclusive. And this is a handwritten letter in September 1889 by the demon fast bowler, the Australian fast bowler, who actually triggered all those events which eventually led to the evolution of the Ashes. in 1882. That's Fred Spurworth. This is a handwritten letter of Fred Spurworth, the original. And here you could see his signatures, Fred Spurworth. So this is one. Now, this is again something fascinating and equally spectacular. This is an original autograph sheet from 1892. The match between Parsis and Europeans, and this is a Parsi autograph sheet. This is supposedly the first ever first-class match in the history of such competitions, the origins of first-class cricket in undivided India in the subcontinent. Again, very, very rare and exclusive. So these are so many letters. This is W. E. Quoth, again a brilliant English cricketer. His handwritten letter. These are the property which was the papers of Shri Kumar Ranjit Singh Ji, the property which he got in Ireland, and the sequence continues. So let's open it from here, and this is a postcard which is signed by the entire Australian team of 1909 when they rested at Ceylon on their way to the United Kingdom. This is Warren Bartlett's personal postcard which he wrote to his wife, and it has some beautiful signatures of Whitty and Victor Trumper, William Armstrong, and then of course you can see Jane Parks and Warren Bartlett, the entire Australian 1909 team. And then this is official luncheon menu card signed by Donald Bridgman and the Australian team. This is from 1934, October 1934. Then I have tons of such brochures. They're hand signed by each and every player which played and which went on tour. Like this is the 1954 Pakistan team, hand signed, you could see. And this is very, very special. This is a brochure by F.S. Ashley Cooper, inscribed and signed by Ashley Cooper. This is Indian Cricket Chronology and Memorabilia. Very rare and very, very impressive. And then let me find you this England versus All India, Saturday, June 27th, 1936 match ticket. Here you see, this is a 1932 bodyline greetings signed by Herbert Sutcliffe, and that is the controversial tour to Australia. That was bodyline. And then you can see so many letters, and they will just continue. And these are like in hundreds, which I have. This is an interesting letter, and this is signed by Shri Kumar Ranjit Singh Ji. And then Bill Voss handwritten letter. So these things continue, and we are not going to get into more details, but let me take out something more. Now this is a very rare and exclusive brochure. This is Australia versus Vancouver Island, June 1932. Sir Donald Bridgman got married and he wanted to go for a honeymoon, and there were people up there in Canada who wanted to host him and wanted to see him play in their grounds. And this is a hand-signed, beautifully done brochure from that tour. And this is 1935-1936 South African tour of Australia, signed by the entire team. It's also very, very rare. Then we move on to this one. Oh, this, even PCB doesn't have it. This is the brochure, the hand-signed brochure of the first Pakistan official team to tour India in 1952 and 53. So if you could see, you will see every player has signed this brochure. And then this is a very interesting 1948 Invincible Tour of Australia to England brochure. And this is again hand signed. And now I'm going to show you something rare. This is a souvenir book from Australia's tour to England in 1909. It's still in mint condition and it was beautifully done. You can see Tom Hayward and George Hurst and things like that. And these are the cigarette cards, the entire cigarette cards. You could see these, and they may not be so fascinating or rare, but they have their own charm. And let's continue. This is a very rare album. Now, why it is rare? That after the controversial Bodyline tour in 1932-33, Douglas Jardine, captain, presumably for the second last time, captained England to India. And this autograph book hosts every match, every regional team, and all hand signed, like you see these. So this is again very, very exclusive. And then this doesn't continue, doesn't ceases here. This is West Indies to England 1933, and this is a complimentary dinner card and signed by the 1933 West Indies team, the entire team. And this is how one starts the collection. So now, these are the files. There are 5 of them with me, and these have all the original spy prints, like you can see these. So beautifully done. These are the original spy prints, and this sequence just continues. And I have collected all of them, whether cricket or whether non-cricket. So that gives me like a real pleasure to have all the spy prints ever published. And this is the entire sequence. And then another rare thing I'm going to show you. This is 1878 Australia versus England, and this is very rare and exclusive. And one of the captains gave it to another one from England. Then, of course, Arthur Shrewsbury, the English batsman, who actually scored first man to score 1,000 runs in Test match cricket in 1893. These are his club scrapbooks, and how beautifully and meticulously he used to collect these and paste these newspaper clippings. This is from 1864 and this is from 1874. So that is again very, very rare. So now there are some very, very exclusive books. Like, let me start from Kings of Cricket. This is by Richard Daft. And if I open it up for you, this is number 6 and signed by Richard Daft. So every book here is hand signed. And then this is Ranjit Singh's autobiography, which I discussed. That was Jubilee Book of Cricket there. That's an ordinary edition. This is the deluxe edition. And if you see this Jubilee Book of Cricket, beautifully bound. And if we open it up, this is original from 1897 and signed by Ranjit Singh. Right? And now, W.G. Grace came up with an autobiography in 1891, and you'll find it somewhere here. Yeah, that is W.G. Grace. Now, W.G. Grace, this one, if I open it up for you, this is copy number 311 of the deluxe edition, signed by W.G. Grace, 1891. This is cricket. And there were 10 presentation copies published in 1891. And this is W.G. Grace's daughter's copy. This is a photograph of Brownlee, who actually wrote it for him, ghost writer he was. And this is one of the presentation rarest copies by W.G. Grace, and it's in beautiful condition. And then, if we come down, Frederick Lillywhite's cricket scores and biographies, the entire set. But here, something is different. And that is, if you could see the book, inscribed and signed by Fred Lillywhite in 1862. Now this makes it rare. And of course, and then if I move it here, this is scores of matches 1786 to 1822. This is a rare book, and this was published in 1823. That means 203 years ago. So this is so much of stuff, you will find it here. And now this is a very rare bat. I inherited from my mom. That was a festival match played in Sialkot in 1958. This has some exclusive signatures of Hanif Mohammed, Waqar Hassan, Zulfikar Ahmed, and Duncan Sharp. So you could see Wazir Muhammad, Ikram Elahi, Asif Rahman, and this is also Hasib Hassan. This is very rare. Fazal Mahmood. And if we take out this bat, oh yeah, this is interesting. This is a small autograph bat. Galford Sobers, Len Hutton, Dennis Lilly, Jim Laker, Clive Lloyd, Greg Chappell. This is Rodney Marsh, Ian Botham, Sunil Gavaskar, Brian Lara, and Richard Hadley, and Dennis Compton. So this is the most fascinating part. These are like autobiographies with dust wrappers in the 1950s, 1960s, and they are all hand-signed. So now if you see here, this is very special. This is Formula One Lewis Hamilton signed cap and his driven glove, which he has signed. Down below, this is a beautiful cloth, the handkerchief from 1860s. This is an original 1863-1864 Australia's linen, which is very, very rare and exclusive, and this is the original, this is not the reprint. And if we come here now, this, if you could see, this is very special shirt of Man United, Manchester United. This is final. This is from the final, which was played at Moscow in 2008 on 21st of May. This is signed by the entire winning Manchester United team. This is Roberto Carlos, one of my favorite footballers, hand signed his shirt. And this is, again, very, very special and exciting for the newer generation. This is a shoe signed by Cristiano Ronaldo. And here it is, if you could see Diego Maradona signed like a photograph. And this is my favorite in this room. This is an Everlast boxing shots. It is signed by Ken Norton, George Foreman, Larry Holmes, Joe Frazier, and Muhammad Ali, my all-time favorite. So 5 of the heavyweight champions. Up there, if you see, these are the post-Open era Wimbledon champions. First is the ball signed by Rod Laver, then is the ball signed by Bjorn Borg, John McEnroe, Andre Agassi, this is Roger Federer, this is Rafael Nadal, and this is Novak Djokovic. Now if we move here, before we go up, this is some rare stuff. Rare stuff. This is a cricket ball which was used in an 1878 test match between Australia and England. This is a ball from 1947 Lord's Test, which was between South Africa and England. And this is acquired from Sid Buller, the umpire, who lost his arm. This is a ball, it's a hat-trick ball of a club match of 6 for 27, which Sony Ramadan took with his magical spin. This is a 1902 ball. And this was like played, this test match was played at Sheffield in 1902. And this is from the second test match ever from Melbourne in England versus Australia. If we move here, this is Cafu's hand-signed shirt. And then we come here, this is Cafu, hand-signed shirt. And this is again one of my most ballistic boxers ever favorites, Muhammad Ali's It's a worn glove by Muhammad Ali and hand sign. Again, very exclusive photograph. Again, a favorite of mine. Muhammad Ali versus Joe Frazier, and both have signed it beautifully. That's the Phantom Punch signed by Muhammad Ali, and not only Muhammad Ali, is also signed as Cassius Clay, which is rare. Now this is something very, very exclusive. This is not the replica, this is not the copy, this is not the poster which came out. This is the original photograph signed by champions forever, Ken Norton, George Foreman, Larry Holmes, Joe Frazier, and Muhammad Ali. And Muhammad Ali has also signed as Cassius Clay. Now, this is one of my favorites. This is Rocky IV. And like Sylvester Stallone did it, super hit Hollywood movies. And this is the glove which he is wearing in the movie. This is the same glove signed by Sylvester Stallone. Then we come here. This is something breathtaking. And I cherished it, and I cherish it till today. This is Muhammad Ali's worn glove, which is hand-signed by the great legendary Muhammad Ali, sportsman of the sportsmen, sportsman of the generation, sportsman of the centuries. This is Tyson Fury's boxing glove signed, and this is Mike Tyson's signed boxing glove. Now this you could see again a unique shirt, and everything here is with certificate of authenticity. So this is FC Barcelona winning shirt and signed by the entire team. This is, I think, I waited patiently, I hunted to get my hands on it, and eventually I got this. These are the original mascot cards. This is the ticket on July 30th, 1966, when England football created history by winning the World Cup, the FIFA World Cup 1966. Entire team has signed it. You can see the miniature photographs, and they're all from 1966. Above there is Cristiano Ronaldo, a dream of many youngsters. That's a hand-signed, match-worn shirt of Cristiano Ronaldo. Not the match-worn, but a worn shirt of Cristiano Ronaldo. So this is hand-signed by Cristiano Ronaldo. Here you will see that is Lionel Messi's shirt, and this is my favorite. And Lionel Messi versus Cristiano Ronaldo. Obviously, I vote for Ronaldo, but Messi is a legend in his own right. Here you will see this is the Italian 2006 FIFA World Cup final winning shirt signed by the entire winners of the tournament. This is exclusive, my all-time favorite footballer, Diego Maradona, hand-signed Argentina Diego Maradona shirt. This is a shirt signed by Cristiano Ronaldo. So that's like, this is my study room where I sit and write and spend most of my time. This is, you could read it here, 2014 FIFA World Cup winning German team, hand-signed by the entire team. This is the Euro Cup winning team, Spain, hand-signed. It's the same team, went on to win the World Cup in 2010. This is a beautiful shirt signed by the entire team. This is Pele. This is a worn shirt of Pele. And one of my favorites, his fame was not only restricted to Brazil. He is a worldwide rollicking superstar. These are Zaha's Crystal Palace match-worn shoes, signed by Zaha. Down below you'll see a bit of cricket, but this is an exclusive memorabilia. When Mark Taylor got to 334 on tour to Pakistan, and he declared overnight because he said he didn't want to surpass Sir Donald Bradman's test highest of 334. Back home, this bat was signed by Mark Taylor and Sir Donald Bradman. Now this is something absolutely amazing, very rare and very exclusive. And very many cricket enthusiasts, those who like to preserve history, will be flabbergasted. This is the match-played Sir Donald Bradman bat from 1934 in England, and that is from 1938. That is match-played. These are two bats of Sir Donald Bradman. Now, this is a linen from Australian tour to England, and this is from 1882. You could see Fred Spurworth also here in original linen, and that is 91 goals, goals 34 in 91 appearances. Diego Maradona for Argentina, 1977 till 1994. This is a hand-signed shoe of Diego Maradona. And now, this way we have Neymar Jr. hand-signed shirt, and this is Ronaldinho. This is from UEFA Champions League Final 2006, 17th May 2006. Certificate of authenticity, and this is Ronaldinho. Now this is my favorite Real Madrid 2016-17 UEFA Champions League winners, and they won 4-1, beating Juventus. And if you see the signatures up there, you can see of Zinedine Zidane, Pepe, Ronaldo. Then there's Morata, Modric, Bale, Isco, and Carvajal, Benzema, Rodriguez, Casilla, and Cruz et al. So that is a very interesting rare shirt. Now this is from Turkey, and that is Liverpool, Istanbul, the winning Liverpool team in Istanbul. And this is 2005 shirt. This is Zinedine Zidane's shirt, hand-signed, and that is Hurst scoring the 4th goal in the 1966 FIFA World Cup final. These gloves are signed by my favorite Alistair Cook, and he has used these gloves signed by Alistair Cook. This is Johnny Douglas' cap. Johnny Douglas, the famous English cricketer. Kobe Bryant's hand-signed portrait, Andre Agassi, his wife, Steffi Graf. So that's the sequence here. One of the greatest footballers whose career was cut short because of osteoarthritis and hypothyroidism, that's Brazil's Ronaldo. The biggest dribbler, the magician, the magical, the mythical footballer. And this is LeBron James' shirt, hand-signed by him. Now this is my exclusive wall, and now we enter into the Edwardian age. And there's some fascinating stuff, and this is my cricket collection, and probably one of the largest personal collections. We start from, this is Bobby Abel, the famous man who also played in India, and he also played communal cricket. And then we have this Tom Hayward. This is all hand-signed original postcards. And then you see J.T. Hearn, and you see Donald Carr's Senior. And then, of course, we have this beautiful George Gunn, and then this is Duff, Richard Duff, and we have Joe Darling, hand-signed, and then we have Wilfred Rhodes, and then this is Frank Laver. So this is some rarest cricketers of the yesteryears, and this you see J.J. Kelly, the wicketkeeper, who was related to Victor Trumper, and then we have this Sid Gregory, hand-signed, and this is Iftikhar Patodi, and then of course Everton Weekes, the great Everton Weekes, and this is whole, like you will just love that going through it. And then this is A.O. Jones, then we have Neil Hawke, and then this is Pelham Warner, and of course Dennis Compton, the young Dennis Compton, Ironmonger, and this you will see Victor Richardson, grandfather or maternal grandfather of Ian Chappell, Greg Chappell, and Trevor Chappell. And then this is J.F. Byrne, of course. And we have, here we have Martindale, one of the West Indian greats. And then there we go. And we have Mansur Patodi, another captain of India, like father, like son. This is Harold Larwood. And this is very, very special. Now behind these cupboards, if I open it, you will find a huge collection of books. Look at that. And all cupboards are just behind them, you will find the exclusive first editions. This is a very rare photograph of H.K. Foster, hand-signed, Leslie Ames. And now this is exclusive. The West Indian team to England 1933, hand-signed by the entire team. This is an autograph sheet. And if we move ahead, Here you will see this is another exclusive George Hurst postcard hand sign. This is MCC team in New Zealand 1935-36. The complete team has signed these. And this is from Australia 1932. You could see certain formidable cricketers. And this is from again 1932 Australia. And here down below we have this 1939 team. And this is again very, very exclusive. Here are some of Charlie Turner, very exclusive hand sign. And this is Larry Constantine and F.J. Brown. And you will just William Gunn. These are all hand signed. This is F.W. Marlowe hand sign. And again, this is K.L. Hutchings hand signed. And you will find this Pelham Warner hand signed. So these are the cricket bats, originally match played bats. This is from 1932, and this is the bat of Eddie Painter. Okay, now these are the stumps. They're the original stumps which were fixed on that end of Lord's in 1893, from where Arthur Shrewsbury got his 1000th run in Test match cricket. This is from his personal collection. Now this next bat is again from Australia, England, and this is from 1933 series. And again, if we move ahead, this is very special, the West Indian bat used by Everton Weekes, Sir Everton Weekes, and signed by the entire West Indies team and his contemporaries. This is a William Ponsford bat, signed by Woodfull, Donald Bradman, Chipperfield, and Oldfield, everybody here. And this is again an exclusive bat, and this is of 1924, this is 1924, and this is the South African team of 1929, not 24, 29. Their captain used this bat, and this is an exclusive bat of England and Australia Test match of 1932. This is a Monica cane of W.G. Grace. When his son, W.G. Grace Jr., died in 1905, he became very heavy on alcohol and he needed support to walk. So this is his original walking cane. If we come here again, and you will see this exclusive W.G. Grace china. This is Donald Bradman, and this is Neil Hawke. Lord Hawke, and these are exclusive from the library of Victor Trumper. That's Clem Hill, and here is another one, the great man, and then there is this Hugh Tumble. So these are the very exclusive stuff. Now if we come here, this is my favorite corner. This is a very rare and mint condition 1907-08 England versus Australia. England tour to Australia 1907 and 8, signed by the entire team. Down below, the original autographs of Arthur Shrewsbury, the man who got the 1000 runs, the first man to complete an aggregate of 1000 in Test match cricket, and Alfred Shaw, the man who picked up the first 5-wicket haul in Test match cricket. Now this is again very, very rare. This is a beautiful photograph, hand signed by the entire 1909 Australian team to England. Now this is a collector's item, the superstars of the 1890s. This is an autograph sheet with A.E. Trott. You will find the signatures of W.G. Grace. You will find some exclusive A.O. Jones, Bumbles, then Hugh Trumbull, and Gilbert Jessup, and this is John Gleeson. These are some extraordinary players of their time. This is very, very rare and exclusive. This is the bat which was used by Sir Gary Sobers against England at Border in 1968, got 100 and also another half century in the second innings, attested by Sir Galford Sobers. Entire photographs, this montage, is hand signed by Sir Gary Sobers. Wilfred Rhodes watching into his drawing, and then I found this drawing as well. So hand signed by Wilfred Rhodes. This is South Africa, 1898. And then if we move ahead, This is a bat used in 1887, and he got 205 with this bat is William Gunn, who became famous for his company and bats Gunn and More. This is a beautifully signed portrait of William Gunn. And now this is the prized collection. This is the bat used in a first-class match by Victor Trumpa. And these are all hand-signed Victor Trumpa, right? And then this is the bat which he used in a test match in England in 1899 and got 135 at Lord's, Victor Trumpa. And this is like Douglas Jardine's Bodyline Series bat, which is signed by the entire England team, including Jardine and Iftikhar Patodi and Maurice Leyland and Leslie Ames and Morris Tate. This is the original group photograph from the Bodyline controversial. This is the team autograph sheet. This is a Douglas Jardine letter. This is Lance Gibbs' cap from 1960 to Australia. And this is again a beautifully signed. This is very exclusive. Let me take it off for you. This is Steele, the England player, and this is the lady whose perfume bottle eventually became the Ashes. This is W.G. Gray's signatures, and this is West Indies from 1968. This is again South Africans 1929, and this is all rare stuff. And now if you come to this part, now this part is absolutely exclusive. And these are the Ashes official photographs, hand signed. This is MCC Cricket Team Australia 1920-21. And this is 1921 hand signed. And this is again an exclusive autograph sheet of England Ashes. And then this is 1938 Australians. This is a hand signed photograph. And then we move ahead now. These are the George Beldam prints, and you'll get 6 in the world, but here you will find 7. This is the 7th and the rarest Stanley Jackson Beldam print, which is unsigned, but this is the rarest one. This is Stanley Jackson, and then this is again an autograph photograph of the 1920-16. This is Albert Warden, the golfer, and this is Shri Kumar Ranjit Singh Ji and signed by George Beldam, the Beldam print. This is Beldam signed in Victor Trumpa, Beldam print. This is very rare. This is the 1911 All India team that toured British Isles, and this is signed by the entire team. Very, very rare. And this is again a business partnership letter and then hand signed. This is William Gunn, who started his own business, Gunn and More. This is from 1893. The letter signed by William Gunn. And this is the best in the collection. This is a Beldam photograph hand signed by Fred Spurworth. You'll see it in Lord's. You may see it in MCG. You see it here. Gilbert Jessup hand signed. And this is again very, very rare. This is from the testimonial match hand signed postcard of Victor Trumpa. That is again the man who was offered C.B. Fry, Charlie B. Fry, the England captain, the England soccer international, who was offered the throne of Albania, which he refused. These are original postcards from the first ever test match. And now, up there, you will again see some exclusive stuff from 1931. And this is Frank Worrell's hand-signed photograph. And this is the sequence which continues. This is one of my favorite portraits of Charlie McCartney, the Governor General from Australia. This is Shri Dalip Singh Ji, who represented England, nephew of Shri Kumar Ranjit Singh Ji. Tom Hayward, again from the collection of Victor Trumpa. So these are very, very exclusive. Now, if we see this, the entire row, the upper row, this is Sir Donald Bradman's portraits, prints, hand-signed by Sir Donald Bradman, the greatest cricketer ever. If we come here, these are the photographers. W.G. Grace with Shri Kumar Ranjit Singh Ji, Shri Kumar Ranjit Singh Ji with C.B. Fry. This is an autograph from Ranjit Singh Ji. This is a beautiful hand-signed portrait of Shri Kumar Ranjit Singh Ji. Again, from his Navanagar Palace. This is a signed portrait of Shri Kumar Ranjit Singh Ji. And this is when he was fond of hunting and a good hunter. So he actually killed a leopard, which is given here. And then this is a beautiful rare photograph, but it is unsigned. This is hand-signed W.G. Grace. And this is W.G. Grace handwritten letter. W.G. Grace beautiful print. This is a portrait from W.G. Grace's daughter. This is signed by W.G. Grace. And W.G. Grace postcard, W.G. Grace hand-signed, W.G. Grace postcards. This is the 1932 first Indian Test team to England, the official team to England. You will see signs of S.M. Kola, Amar Singh, and here you can find Ghulam Muhammad, Sayyid Nazir Ali, Sayyid Wazir Ali, Muhammad Jahangir Khan, Omar Jomal, Wadambe. These are all here. This is the 1946 Indian team to England, captained by Iftikhar Ali Patodi. This is 1939 menu card signed by the entire West Indies team to England in 1939. Now, this is an important photograph, very rare. MCC in South Africa, 1922-23, hand signed by the entire team. Look at this. This is so beautiful. This is a 1909 Australian team to England, signed by Monty Noble, McLeister, Hartigan, Armstrong. You see Victor Trumper, you see Carter, you see Albert Quarter, and this is so beautifully done. And this is again the Australia team, and this is 9 of the 21 prints produced, and this is 1920-21 English team. Now this is very, very rare autograph sheet of New South Wales, 1910-11, signed by Victor Trumper, Barbour, Albert Quarter, his teammate. And then this is again 1924-25 MCC tour to Australia, the Ashes. This is again very rare, New South Wales versus Victoria, 1914, and it includes the signature of Victor Trumper. This is 1905 Ashes team autograph sheet originals to England. And here you can see autographs of Frank Lever, you can see of Victor Trumper, Gers, and it's J.J. Kelly, and this is again beautifully done. R.A. Duff, Hopkins, Clem Hill, Monty Noble, Sid Gregory, Victor Trumper, Warwick Armstrong. This is a 1912 autograph sheet of Australia to England. This is again 1912 autograph page. This is an original 1902 with the frame is also from 1902. This is Australian team to England. Victor Trumper, again you find Sid Gregory, you find Hopkins, Joe Darling, J.J. Kelly, Clem Hill. And ladies and gentlemen, this is the first ever autograph sheet in the history of Test match cricket. This is 1893 Australians to England. You'll find W.J. Giffen, you will find Blackham, you will find some Jones and some exclusive. Then you have Bannerman, and this is a very, very exclusive autograph sheet. This is an original 1891-92 Lord Sheffield's group photograph. This is 1930 Australia Ashes team to England, hand-signed menu card. This is the first ever Indian team postcard, 1932 hand-signed, and this is some exclusive stuff. Now this you could see, and I effectively say I'm the only one in the subcontinent to possess autographed portraits, hand-signed photographs of every cricketer who has represented India since 1932 and Pakistan since 1952-53. Here you can see Ghulam Ramchand, Pankaj Roy, Nari Contractor, Vijay Merchant, Subhash Gupte, C.V. Gadkari, D.N. Sardesai, Panamal Punjabi, These are all hand-signed photographs. And then you will see this Ramakant Desai, Vijay Hazare, Paulie Umrigar, K.C. Ibrahim, the man who scored that famous 100 in the 1944 communal cricket final. And then this is, you can see this is all Amir Lahi, and these are very rare photographs of C.S. Naidu and R.S. Moody and Chandu Bode and Vinu Mankad, Iftikhar Patodi. So this is C.K. Naidu hand-signed. So this is some exclusive stuff. Now this is 2021 MCC team. And then you will see the West Indies team, the first ever West Indies team hand-signed autograph sheet. W.G. Grace's brother, E.M. Grace, who played only one test for England. His handwritten letter, 1926, the team, English team, and Australia. This is Australia 1926. That is 1932-33, led by Douglas Jardine, the MCC team to India. You could see there. Then there are linens, and then from this side if we come, this is 1933 West Indies team at Lord's, 1930 Ashes team, which includes the autographed postcard of Archie Jackson. And these are some rare 1930 Australian pictures and photographs. You could see that they're hand signed. And this is 1924, 1935, 36, 1932 bodyline signatures. These are some of the Pakistan players: Anwar Hussain, hand signed, Abdul Hafiz Kardar, Mira Baksh, Zulfikar Ahmed, Fazl Mahmood, Hanif Muhammad, Wazir Muhammad, Imtiaz Ahmed, Khan Muhammad, Ali Muddin. You will find Khalid Abadullah, and this is Khalid Hassan. They're all hand-signed, exclusive stuff. This is a beautiful hand-signed photograph of Jack Hobbs and Andrew Sandham. Andrew Sandham, who scored the first Test triple century, 325 in the West Indies. This you could see Edward Tate. This is not Morris Tate. This is Edward Tate, hand-signed. This is a 1930 Ashes Australian team hand-signed. And then this is W.G. Grace and C.V. Grace. They have signed it. This is a beautiful portrait of Gilbert Jessup, hand-signed by Gilbert Jessup. This is from the drawing room of W.G. Grace, the same frame, old wooden from 1912. And here we come. This is the first ever photograph, 1859, of the England cricketers, England 12. This is 1938, Ashes hand-signed. This is Brian Statham, you could see. And there is a rare stuff. This is a hand-signed 1954 Pakistan to England. Now this is my favorite wall in my collection. These are J.C. Anderson prints, the originals. This is 11 of England, so beautifully done. You will see at Lord's. And if you could see, these are sketches from Lord's. This is again the batsman, and this is of a fuller pitch. This is Alfred Min, the bowler, and this is some exclusive stuff. And now if you open it up, the hand-signed Chevalier Tyler prints. And if we move here, this is a beautiful print signed by Lord Harris. This is 1905. This is Yorkshire versus Lancashire, and signed by Arthur Conan Doyle, who went on, he himself was a first-class cricketer, who went on to write Sherlock Holmes. So this is some exclusive stuff. Now, this is the ball with which W.G. Grace was dismissed in his last Test match at Nottingham in 1899. And this is the England 12, the original photograph, and this is the Australian 12. Some exclusive stuff of Eric Batzer and Eric Batzer. This is the twin brothers, and you could see the MCC team to Australia 46, 47, and some whole world in it. So now we have some exclusive stuff I wanted to show. This is a Shane Warne hand-signed, match-worn World Cup 1999 shirt. You could see up there. And then down below is Maury Walker's last one-day shirt. And then is the Australia 2004-5 Test match team, and Shane Warne's shirt with which he took 500th wicket. So that is hand-signed by Shane Warne. This is Brian Lara's cherishable world record-breaking moments, hand-signed. Brian is a good friend, a chum. And this is the match-played bat of Brian Lara, hand-signed and attested by him. This is from Visianagram 11, 1936. And this was worn by Jack Hobbs, who represented his team. Then you could see Vivian Richards' blazer, hand signed by Richards from 1976 tour to England. This you can see is Don Bradman, Vivian Richards' Memorabilia, Good Great Friend, hand signed paintings. This is an exclusive thing. This is non-cricket. Jahangir Khan won 555 successive matches, international matches, and he used 3 rackets, and one of them is with the World Squash Federation, one is with Jahangir Khan, and the third one is this one. And this is the hockey, and this is the shirt which Islahuddin was wearing when Pakistan annexed the World Cup, the FIH World Cup in 1978. Now, these are the world 10 top run makers. Now the sequence has changed. This is a beautiful photograph signed by Shane Warne, Sachin Tendulkar, and Donald Bradman. And this is Ronald Rivett's match played bat. These caps, if you see, W.G. Grace, then J.J. Kelly, Douglas Jardine, and Imran Khan's international caps. Here we come. This is Maharaja of Patiala's coronation gown, the man who actually led India to England in 1911. His Toshka and his 2 pocket watches. Sachin Tendulkar's hand-signed montage. And up there is the 1926 England team signed Ashes bat. Then is Javed Miandad's 100th Test match blazer. This is the bat used during Botham's Ashes by Ian Botham 1981. And up there you see, this is the first Pakistan blazer of Abdul Hafiz Qada, the Iftikhar Patodi scarf to England 1946, Amir Ali's Bahawalpur blazer. And this is some interesting stuff. These are the champions of cricket. You could see Sir Vivian Richards, Asanka Gurusina, Greg Chappell, Barry Richards, Doug Walters, Galfit Sobers, Rod Marsh, Wesley Hall, Alec Batser, Richard Hadley, and Ian Botham. And then you will see Rashid Latif's blazer. That is the last time he represented Pakistan. That's Yunus Khan's 100th Test match blazer. That is Saglan Mushtaq's Surrey blazer. And that is Ajay Jadeja's India blazer from tour to South Africa in 1994. This bat was used by Silby. And with this bat, the first ball ever played in the history of English Test cricket in 1876. These are from the Peter Weston collection, and these are from 1895, the handmade sculptures. And now this is one bat which I carried all throughout my time with various international teams. This is Gary Sobers, Alan Boder, Sunil Gavaskar, and then of course you can see Len Hutton, Vivian Richards, Clive Lloyd, and we have Richard Hadley, Greg Chappell, Brian Lara, Wasim Akram, Imran Khan. And this, I have gotten it done. Look at this. All the world-beating cricketers like Graham Gooch and Jeffrey Bycott and Richie Pannells. So this is again something important. And these are the stumps from various Pakistan matches and events. And if you open this up, you will see huge collection of visuals. These are right protected visuals, 28,000 hours of cricket videos. So it's time to say goodbye, and I hope you have enjoyed every bit of it. You must have seen II Zingri blazers, the MCC caps, the original stumps, some glorious moments of Pakistan cricket, the Sydney Test stumps, followed by some exclusive memorabilia match-played bats of Sir Galfit Sobers, William Gunn, Victor Trumper, Douglas Jardine, the Monica cane with which W.G. Grace walked the China, and of course almost 28,000 photographs hand-signed and autograph sheets as old as the first ever one in 1893 of Australia to England. And then the signed photographs, the official photographs, the letters, and Fred Spurworth and the George Beldam prints and Chevalier Tyler prints. So, of course, J.C. Anderson originals and Cricket at Lord's, etc. So I hope that made you rethink that there are people who love sports and they do